If you guys are wondering if it's worth sending your cards to get graded at PSA, this video is for you. Trust me, I own a PSA 9 Evolutions Charizard. That makes me more than qualified to talk about grading, right? Alright, so real talk though, I just got a submission back from PSA. It's 16 cards. I'm going to show you guys the math behind all of my purchases, and we're going to talk about whether I came out on top or if I took a big fat L. So we'll see. We'll see how I did. I got all the numbers and everything for you. I got purchase price, I got grading fees, I got the profit margins, and the actual data of the cards that I've actually sold. I think a video like this is important because every YouTuber is like, bro, I'm going to grade this card and it's going to get a 10 and it's going to be worth $5,000. And that's just not realistic. And they don't show you all the work and all the other numbers behind everything. So that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't really find videos where people are like, I bought this card for this much. It cost me this much to grade. I sold these ones for this much. I'm keeping these. And actually going through their entire game plans. So this is me, and this is my submission from last year. I sent it to Ludkins. It took me 9 months, and this is what I've done with it. This is how much I've made off of it. This is how much I've lost off of it. All the stuff. If you actually want to see the physical cards, like me opening them and stuff, check out my latest video, the one right before this. This is going to be a numbers video. But, like I said, I really do think it's important to make this numbers video, because I really do think there's a common misconception that by grading your cards that you're instantly going to be rich or something, that you're just going to be able to afford a house and you're just going to be chilling and you're going to be balling out. And that might be the case for some people where you have ridiculous, super crazy rare cards, but that's not everyone. A lot of us in this hobby are just trying to get in and buy the cards that we can, source what we can, and figure it out from there. Some of us haven't been blessed with generational Pokemon cards. So this is a video for the people, by the people. Because most YouTubers are just hyping this up like crazy. They hype up prices, and everything that they pull, they are like, oh my god, guys, this is going to be a PSA 10, and this card is worth that much. And they put it on the screen, and everyone freaks out. And everyone takes that at face value. Nobody ever shows the work behind the scenes. Because sourcing cards takes forever. Finding good deals on cards is super hard in today's current market. Not every card is a 10. And going through gradable cards and identifying every issue takes hours and hours of work. I'll stay up all night sometimes just grading cards, or seeing which cards are even worth grading. And then on top of that, you submit them to PSA or wherever. You have to figure out the logistics between the companies and do all that stuff. And then guess what? After that, you have to wait 6 months, a year. You don't even know how long you have to. And then on top of all of that, people don't consider opportunity cost. When you're putting $500 to buy a card and get it graded, that's $500 you can't use on something else. Buying grading cards literally ties your money into something that you won't see for a long time. And along with all of that, you assume all the risks of the market. If the market crashes while your cards are getting graded, then there's nothing you can do about it. The price of that card has crashed. You're in. You're already in too deep. You paid for the card. You have to pay for the grading. And then there's another and then on top of all the other and thens. Once you get your cards back, you have to sell them. You literally have to go and sell them, and that's a whole nother job in its own right. So it just goes really deep. There's really a lot to it. And so this is a tangent, but it's like I've seen it where people are trying to sell me raw cards for graded prices, and I'm like, okay, lol, like go have fun, dude. And then guess what? Their cards never get graded. They just end up sitting there for eternity because it's not as easy as it sounds. But at the end of the day, grading cards is actually really rewarding. If you love Pokemon cards, it's super fun. It's almost like a treasure hunt. It's the thrill of finding those gradable cards and then packaging them, getting them all ready, prepping them, you know? It feels really good. It's its own rewarding process. So now that I scared you guys with all the the annoying stuff, there's so many good things about it. And there are a lot of margins to be made. I know I just went off on a whole rant about it, but I was just getting you guys ready for the battle. But honestly, it's pretty chill. It's really fun. So I guess we'll just get into it, and I'll just show you guys my numbers and all the margins and where I'm at right now with my recent submission, and you guys can judge for yourself how you guys feel about submitting cards and grading them and all that stuff. So for this, I even made an Excel spreadsheet. I got everything, like I said, purchase prices, all that stuff. I'm so bad at doing the data management, but I did this just for this video so you guys get all the information and experience it firsthand with me just to see how it all really goes down. Really quick though, before I get started, I'd like to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Bokusu. Bokusu is a premium Japanese snack box subscription service that delivers an original assortment of Japanese snacks and tea pairings. And honestly, what would go better with Japanese exclusive cards than Japanese exclusive snacks? Bokusu partners with authentic Japanese snack makers, and some of them have been making snacks for over 100 years. Honestly, opening up some of these boxes felt like opening up a box of cards. Each box comes with its own culture guide that highlights all the snacks you're receiving. It even shows you where each specific snack is produced, which is honestly really cool. It's super awesome to see where your snacks are coming from, what area, what region, and just have it all in one super cool box. All right, so the moment of truth, we got to try some of the stuff. I'm going to be real with you guys. I tried a couple things already. Really good. It reminded me of my childhood when my mom would take me to the Asian market and we grabbed a bunch of random snacks from a bunch of different areas. Really fun. Good time. But really good so far. So now we're just going to try something else. I'm just going to grab something random. And we got this right here. I honestly don't even know what this is. But good thing we have the culture guide right here. So I found it in the guide right here. It is mochi. It tells us a little bit about it. Tells you the allergens, the flavor, tells you if it's vegetarian. So my microphone's broken, so I had to pause it so I could open this with two hands. So because I'm using this weird mic, but we're gonna try it. And this is the moment of truth. So good. Honestly, ridiculously good. I'm sorry, mouth open. I paused to edit, but then I took in the aftertaste. So good. Kind of crazy. I might have to order my own subscription boxes for this stuff. Wow. Kind of crazy. But if you guys are interested, click the link down below and use our code TheFlexGods10 and you'll get 10% off, which will save you up to $47 depending on your purchase. So check it out. Super good. They ship everywhere. And I can't recommend it enough after just trying a handful of snacks. It's kind of crazy. But I'm going to chill with these snacks, maybe have a couple more, and I'll see you guys back at the video. All right, guys. So here's the spreadsheet for you guys real quick. Here's all the numbers for all the 16 cards. So let's just run over the basics. Ludkin's initial grading cost, $514 right here. So that's the initial cost. So just so you guys know, when you submit with Ludkin's, you have to pay right away. So I had to drop $500 right away on this. And then the initial shipping. So I dropped $550, $30 shipping. And then there were upcharges and then return shipping. Upcharges is because I got 3 10s and the cards were worth more than, I think it was $500 or so, somewhere around there. And then return shipping was $1867. So these costs didn't occur until the end. But at the end of the day, it cost me $688.67 to get everything graded. Really quick disclaimer, I forgot to say this, but I know prices have changed and times have changed since I graded my cards. But I think this is still good information for you guys to keep in mind. Yes, prices are more, but if you find the right cards, this should be really informative. That's all I'm trying to say. But I understand that times are different and things have changed and prices have changed and everything's different. I'm just putting that out there. So you're going to have to do a little bit of research with the changes of prices and all those things. But this is a good foundation to base your grading off of. Anyways, so let's talk about the cards now. I was going to talk about it card by card and talk about the initial cost of every card. But I'm not sure the best way to organize this so it's digestible for you guys. But so basically, just so you guys know, this middle row is cards I've already sold, and these are cards I'm holding on to. I have attachment issues, like many of us do, so but I am really bad at selling cards, especially when I get new cards. I'll hold on to them for a while. And so what I'll do is I'll hold on to cards and I'll sell other stuff that I've been holding on to for a while to make up for these. So to pay back for grading fees and stuff like that, I've been selling off a bunch of singles, some other random slabs, a lot of sports slabs that I don't really care about that I've just been sitting on. So just so you guys know, I'm not the best person to look at in terms of business practice, because I know the best business people are like, oh, just sell it, just sell it, just sell it. I hold on to a lot of things, but that's my issue as a collector and all that stuff. But anyways, I can't stand that whole let's make arbitrary reasons that make someone a collector or someone a flipper or whatever. All right, anyways, back to the actual cards. So I submitted 16 cards And when I say 16, I actually mean 15. It was a 16 card submission, but I submitted one of my friend's cards. I actually ended up buying it from him, so it's my card now. Shout out to Jonah. But here's the cards. So we have Charizard. We have a bunch of stuff over here. And let's just do these numbers first. I think this will give you guys a better perspective. So, like I said, the middle is what I've sold. This is the bottom. But for what I've sold, I spent $330 base cost. And then I spent $621 base cost for the stuff I haven't sold. So I've spent around $1,000. It's like $950 or something, like $950. We'll just round up to $1,000, and then almost $700 grades. So I spent $1,700 altogether on everything, including grading fees and the base cost of all the cards. All right, so here are the 5 cards that I've sold so far, and we got Charizard PSA 6 Unlimited. We got Dark Charizard PSA 8. We got base set 2 Venusaur PSA 7, and then a base set 2 Charizard PSA 7, and then the Luka Doncic PSA 10 rookie card. And so I'm just going to put up the costs right now. Most of them cost $130. Some of them cost $70. They cost $80. This is including grading too. So just so you know, the Venusaur base set 2 and the Charizard that got a 6, they both came from the same lot, and the lot cost me $100 or $200. And there was a bunch of other cards with it too, but I think it's better just to overestimate the cost of everything, because honestly I probably feel like I made that $200 selling everything in the binder, but I'm just gonna say everything costs what the set costs and then divide it from there, you know what I mean? But so yeah, then I'll show you guys the sold prices here. We got the Charizard, everything here that when I put for sold, it's with fees included or anything like that. But so basically the PSA 6 Charizard sold for $240. I sold it on eBay. It sold for like $300 or something like that. After fees, it was $240. And so we netted $110 profit off of that. And then Dark Charizard, I sold locally actually. So Dark Charizard and base set 2 Charizard, the ones that both cost $70, I got it in a lot. The lot was $120. And there was a birthday Pikachu with that too. So I divided everything by 3. And so that's 40 plus 30, so that's $70 grading. There was a bunch more other stuff in the lot, like a bunch of Watsy hollows and stuff, but for simplicity's sake, I just am going to say that the lot is X amount divided by however many cards I sent to get graded. Anyways, Dark Charizard PSA 8 sold for $200, made $130 profit off of that. The Venusaur, as you'll see, I actually lost $35. It definitely wasn't worth grading for that price and that range. And then base at 2 Charizard sold for $250. I made $180 profit on that. And then Luka Doncic, I actually bought a bunch of Lukas from this dude for $100, but I only sent 2 to get graded. And so I'm just gonna say they each cost $50 plus $30, and it sold for $280, and so that's $200 profit. And yeah, I sold most of these on eBay. The Dark Charizard I did sell locally for pay. It was cash, but he sent me PayPal cash. So it was super chillin'. But these are the amounts after eBay fees and everything. So looking at those cards, the total cost of everything, including grading, and the base cost of those cards was $480. And I netted $1,065 from the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And so after all of that, my profit for that was $585 profit. So at the end of the day, that's enough profit to almost pay for the grading fees. There's a lot of ways to think about it too. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to think about it, but I profited $585. That almost pays for the grading fees. Or I got $1,000. I don't know the best way to think about it. Or the other way to think about it is I got $1,000 back, and my initial cost was $1,700. So I almost have everything of my base covered. I don't know if any of you guys are really good at business or numbers. You should help me think about this. I'm okay at it, but I want to be better at it. I know it's like all Jedi mind tricks of how you think about things though, because technically I know I'm down $800 still for the rest of the base cost of everything. But I've just been selling other cards, like other cards that I've gotten really cheap, and just been selling them for profit to make up for this. I am trying to work on my organizational skills, as I've been saying. But let's just go over the rest of the other cards. There's a few more. We're just going to go over the numbers, the purchase prices of those, and just go over the potential profits of these. So with potential profit, I have accounted for how much they'll probably go for after eBay fees and all that stuff and after shipping. These are my best guesses just based on current markets. Some cards don't have any comps. Others have quite a bit of comps, so I'm pretty confident. But I really try to be conservative with these numbers just to give you guys a real perspective. Like I said, these are cards that I'm probably going to keep, but if it ever comes up, these are the prices I'm going to try to sell them for anyways. I mean, the markets always change, but it's not like the margins are like negative. All these are actually pretty good, especially when you compare it to the Venusaur. All right, so we're just going to go down the list. This is the Pikachu. I bought it earlier from that other collection I was talking about. I got this, so graded with everything, $70. Estimated sold $190. I think I could get $200 cash for it local, pretty chillin'. Comps are around $215. So the potential profit for this one is around $120. So as you guys can see, it's going to be on the left or the right of the screen. I'm just going to go down the list as we go. So that's line 1. And then next, we got the Luka Doncic right here. It's another one. It is the winter one. I got that one for $80 from that lot, like I said. Estimated sold probably $280, just like the other one. I'm going to keep this one, though, because it's the winter parallel. I think population on this is only 500 compared to the Donruss, which is, I want to say, around 5,000, maybe even 10,000. But 200 profit on that if I sell it. Evolution Zard. I'm probably going to end up selling this one. Someone told me it was Green Flame and that Green Flame is rarer, but I researched it more. It does not seem like Green Flame is rare. Still don't have a lot of information, but I'm probably going to move this one. So I got for total graded 145. Sold, if it's sold, I can maybe make 150, maybe even less. Honestly, if I'm being real, potential is, I honestly think it's going to be negative, but I put $5. But I think that one's going to be a loss. We'll see. I might just keep it. We'll see what's up. I think I'm probably going to move this one. Super not attached to evolutions. I bought this one during the hype, so the price of 145 is really high. I paid $115 or so for it in a store when these were going for like $300, $400 in 9s. And you live and you learn. So next card we got right here is the Melodic Ex Psa 8. I'm so bummed this didn't get a 9. If it got a 9, it'd be worth around $600. But we are comping the 8. There are no 8s sold, so we're doing half of the 9. So I got this for around $160, and after fees and stuff, I think I could get around $250 for it. So that's a potential profit of $90. Put that off to the side. This one was honestly crazy. I got this card for $25, and then add the $30 grading fee. And yeah, sometimes they go for 400 to 500. 8s right now are going for around 300. That's the last comp. They go to 350 also. So I want to say 250 is definitely a fair price point for how much I would get for it. So 195 potential profit on that card. Then we got the Clay Thompson right here. This one is a big dub, honestly. So after everything was $233.84. I only know this one because I bought this card from eBay. Most cards I source locally, but this one I got from eBay. Estimated sold. They're going for $800 all day on eBay right now. Super chilling. So I estimated it at $700. So the profit margins for this one is a banger. $466.16. I'm going to keep this. I love Clay Thompson. I love the Warriors. Next card. This one is another banger. I did really good on sports in terms of grades and just margins because I got into sports when it was super slow or right before the hype took off, and I got so many cards for so dirt cheap. So I got this one. I got this card for like $2 or $3. I got it from a bulk bin, so I rounded it up to $5, and then you had the $30 grading fee. But in a 10, this card is going for $500. So I rounded it down to $430. So the margins there, it says 465, but it's not supposed to say that. It's supposed to say 435. I accidentally added them together instead of subtracting them. Or it's supposed to be like 400. There we go. That's what it's supposed to say. But so $400 potential on that one, which is insane. All right, so next card is Charizard Hidden Fates PSA 10. I did not think this was going to get a 10. I was sending it in for fun. But believe it or not, So after the upcharges, it cost $92, but I just got it from one box. I got it from one random box that we decided to rip for fun, and it had Charizard in it. I wanted this card so bad forever. Like I mean, we could say I spent 1,000 on it because I ripped a bunch of Hidden Fates when Hidden Fates first came out. But that's when I was a noob. Here, I was literally just ripping one box, and it just happened to have Charizard in it. So we lucked out, and the margins on that sold would go for $750. So you could make around I would make around $658 if I sold it, which is a pretty healthy amount. We will see. I am probably just going to keep this. Very nostalgic to me. I've always wanted this card. It was one of my Grail cards for the longest time, and it's the best modern Charizard. So Grail Zard PSA 10 for me, like younger, not even younger me, but me like a year and a half ago, which is crazy to actually think about, to see where I'm at now compared to when I first started, because I would be dumbfounded. I would be like, bro, what the... Just knowing I own this card now. But so yeah, that's that. $658 on that. And then the last two, I bought these two together for $70, and then add grading fees. They're both PSA 1s. If they were 2s or 3s, they'd each be worth $200, $300. I thought they were gonna get 2s or 3s, and they both got 1s. So at the end of the day, they're selling for like $100 on eBay. Not very often. There's no comps, but I think I could get $100, make some profit. But I just said they would even out. So that's that. Alright, so hopefully that helped you guys out and give you a perspective of my margins, how everything turned out. But at the end of the day, for the non-sold cards, estimated sold would be around $3,130, and profits after that would be $2,129. So add everything together, and we're at around $2,714 profit off of $1,700, which is pretty good, but it took me a year, and that's the gist of it. So $2,700. There is a few more fees, so I want to say the profit is around $2,500, just accounting for shipping and all the extra things. But $2,500, we'll round it out at that. I put $1,700 in, $2,500 potential profit if I sell everything, and that seems pretty right, pretty conservative. So that seems where everything would be if I moved everything now. But as of right now, I made $500 profit selling some cards. These I'm gonna hold on to, probably use them to trade, keep, just whatever happens. I don't really have a game plan. Some cards I feel very attached to. Some cards basketball especially, I'm just gonna wait. But certain other Pokemon cards that I got, I just really enjoy, so I'm gonna keep those. Birthday Pikachu, I might move. I don't know. Everything's all over the place, but that's what happened to me. My key takeaways that I really want you guys to know is just get the best deals you can. In a market so volatile, you don't want to pay market price. I know I say this all the time, but just get the best deals that you can. And because if I would have paid market price for certain Charizards, dude, I'd be screwed. A lot of people got screwed over because they bought at market price and then graded it and waited a year and everything went down. But I bought everything pretty low, so I protected myself. So you guys just want to do the same thing. You don't really know what's going to happen in these markets, so don't shop around. Do the best you can do. Don't get stuck with market price. So until you feel like there's a really comfortable floor. But other than that, just have fun, be yourself, and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you guys like this type of content, let me know. And if not, let me know what else you guys want to see. Because I really thought this would be helpful. I've never really seen anyone do this in this kind of way before. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys want. Hit me up, like, subscribe. You guys already know. And I'll see you guys in the next video.